How do I cope with my fear? That's what I wanted to talk about, because very soon I'm gonna have a scan, and despite I'm here in this wonderful chillaxing place, it's not representing my full backstory. Maybe it seems like, Martin is fine, he's just in a wonderful paradise with sunshine and fresh coconut water. But that doesn't represent everything that goes on inside. So I wanted to share with you how that feels, honestly, and how I cope with it. So, first of all, it's not nice. It doesn't feel nice to go back to Switzerland and know that I'm gonna have to go into the tube and we're gonna see what's there and what we have to do or not do and what's the next step in my cancer journey. It's stressful. It's, how should I say, making me nervous, anxious, obviously, because it's about living and dying, and that's something very special with this illness. Other people have other illness. That's part of my life, and I have to cope with that. So what do I do with these emotions? One thing is, I don't want to hide them. I write about them. I write for myself. I also think it's nice to share it here. It's just like what makes us human. I'm not ashamed by these emotions. Anyhow, I think we should not be ashamed by emotions. We have a tendency in the society that we think we can only share, we should only share the good emotions, and I disagree with that. I think it's wonderful to share also the heavy emotions and the tricky ones, because I think the tricky ones are the ones that will bring us further and will bring us closer together, because it shows like the full spectrum of what it means to be human. So one thing is, I don't gonna hide my emotions. And by just letting it out, letting it like out of my mouth and out of my body, it helps. Just like a big breathing out, like actually the last 2 weeks in Phuket Cleanse we were doing a lot of breath work. Thanks Greg, amazing Soma breath work with a lot of release, and I strongly believe in the power of breathing it out and speaking it out and letting it out. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I try to not think too much about it, not to feel too much about what's coming. I try to be here in this very beautiful garden, enjoying this day, enjoying the now with fresh cold water, and here my computer working on my book that I'm writing this year, which makes me feel very joyous, because it's something I wanted to do since a long time, and now I made the decision, and I feel the commitment to do it. So I don't go into the space of what if. I go into the space like here, now, what do I want now, what I doing now, what can I do now, what can I do with this hour here in this garden. And that helps me a lot to realize I have this power, and it's a decision that I make. It's not something that comes by default. It's a decision that I go out here and say, okay, I want to spend this hour with what drives me, and dedicate it to bring my life a little bit further. Something that not robs me this hour, like my thought of the scan and the possible result, but like something that fills me up, like again with air. It's like I look for something that fills me up, and I think it's good to have something that is healthy to fill me up, not like drinking beer or eating chips, but like something that I really know on the long term that fills me up. So that is really something that helps me to cope with my anxiety, that being aware that I have the power to make this decision. It's not my illness or any other circumstance. And I don't know, that just gives me a kind of a bliss or a peace. Yes. That doesn't mean that I don't have these strong emotions. Of course I do. I'm human like everybody else, but it's just a coping mechanism that helps me a lot, and that I had to learn to cultivate. I think maybe that's the last thing I can share, is like sometimes people think, Martin makes everything so easy and he's always in a good mood, and it's like when you watch a runner running a marathon and think, this person just can run. No, it needs a lot of practice, okay? So it needs a lot of short walks, and then medium walks, and then a short run, a medium run, and then once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. So it's like a muscle. It's like you're not like just born like, I cope with anxiety, I cope with my fear, I cope with stress. No, it's something you have to practice. And I do that a lot, and people don't see that. They see my front story and they don't see the backstory, like how much I actually spend time on working on that, and reminding myself to stay in the present, and reminding myself that it's okay if I'm not managing every time, like to forgive myself. And so what you see then in the end on a video like this, you just see the end result. So don't forget the process behind it, and it's a process that everybody can do, because I believe my brain is not very different to yours. I mean, we are all different people and we have all different bodies, but the core structure of the brain is the same. So that means it is possible. It's possible for all of us to learn that. Like, it's possible to walk, except if you have a handicap, or you're in a wheelchair, or you have a broken leg or something. But in general speaking, also these people, they manage to find a way to move, you know. The possibilities, they are really, really there. It's not just a unique gift or talent, or just like, it's like from another planet. No, I'm not. I'm probably just practiced a bit more than you do. And it's not because I'm like intrinsically like just, this is what I wanted to do. No, because life was throwing something at me. And so maybe you don't have to wait until somebody throws something at you. Maybe you can try to practice this by yourself. So yeah, try to remind yourself it's your decision to stay in the present, and being present and seeing the presence, and it's up to you to share it and let it out and let it go and speak about it, and then find something that fills you up, like something that makes your day and doesn't take your day. All right, so that's all from me, and I'm gonna continue now writing, and we'll keep you posted no matter what. And I wish you everybody a very nice day, afternoon or morning or whatever when you watched it. Looking to see you all soon here. Okay, see you then. Bye bye.